Everybody, you know who this is. Artisan Loom here with another original design of mine. It's called the Sapphire Web, and it's pretty cool. Did most of it in blacks and blues, but I'm going to use some more updated colors. Still some black, some silver, and some blues to go with it, but this is my original design. I did not go to full loom lengths long, and I had to put a small extension on it, which I'm not big on, so I'm going to go with the full 2 loom lengths long, but pretty cool for Halloween. So I found this charm right here. It actually was at, I do believe it was at Hobby Lobby. And it was not with the beads. It was in the front next to the registers where they have some little bit of jewelry there, and it was a ring. It wasn't a charm that I bought, it was a ring, and I had cut the back off. So, but that's where I've got this awesome spider, made it into a charm type of deal. But anyhow, this is only a 4-pin bar setup, so it should be fairly simple. And I'm going to do it the full 2 loom lengths, just so that it will be a full wrap. And today I'm going to use, for my border, I'm going to use a metallic, or excuse me, not a metallic, a medieval black. That way it ties in some of the silver along with it. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use a Liberty Blue, which is a dual layer. And then I'm also going to use the jet black cylindric because I can't help it. I love that. So, and I'm going to do this a little bit different. So on the border, I'm going to do the medieval black. Where I have all the black here, I'm going to use the Liberty Blue. And then for this part, I'm going to do the jet black cylindric. So that's how I'm going to try to change it up a little bit and do a little different. Okay, so go ahead and meet me back with whatever band colors you want to use, and we'll get started. I forgot to show you that I did this 50 weeks ago. Not that it matters, but just so you know, this is a super old design of mine. So hopefully it's going to come out a lot nicer with the prettier bands. Okay. So, we'll get back to this. I'm going to, I took a 6/0 seed bead and I put it on my medieval black. And what I'm going to do is that's going to be my border. We're going to start right here in the center with the plain band going to the left and to the right. Okay. And then I'm going to do every other band is going to be a beaded band. So a beaded band, plain, beaded band. Okay, same thing on this side. I'm going to do a beaded band, plain band, beaded band, and I'm going to do that to the very end of the loom. I think I stopped shy of the top, but it didn't give me a full wrap, probably because it's kind of a thick, tight bracelet, and so it shrunk. So I'm going to go the entire full loom length. So go ahead and take it up to the top and then bring it to the center. Leave this part open for our cat band when you get to the top. So the next part is where the blue comes into play down the center. We're going to lay that next. And since I'm going to have blue where the black is, I'm going to go with my jet black cylindric as the center. And I'm not going to bead this part, but I'm going to go from the center to the right. And then I'm going to do a long stretch. Though you know what? I don't know how I'm going to do this because I don't think this... It won't stretch back to itself, I don't think. So if I did like that, I'm not sure if it will stretch back to itself or not. I guess we could try it. I guess I'll try. If not, I'll have to switch it out. Oops. So basically what we're doing is we're doing a small stretch, long stretch, small stretch, long stretch, small stretch, long stretch, zigzags all the way down the loom. Okay, so the next step is we're just going to do the opposite. We're going to cross the X and then long stretch, short stretch, long stretch like we did. But on this one, I chose only to do that first part in black. And I'm going to do the next part in blue. That way only this part shows up. Okay, so I'm going to do, since blue is going to be the rest of my center part, I'm going to do it in my blue. So I'm going to cross over in my blue, small stretch, long stretch, small stretch, long stretch. So that's all we're doing is crossing over and finishing the X's going all the way down the loom. So go ahead and finish that. Oh my goodness, for whatever reason it did not record. It just shut off on me, my phone, and I had thought I had it on camera for this next step. Okay, after you've done your black and crossing over your X's in the center, the next step, without me having to take all this off the loom, I'm just going to show you. You're going to go from this pin, do a long stretch on both ends, and then you're going to place a band going straight across. Then you're going to go long stretch in on both sides, long stretch out on both sides, and then a band going across. Long stretch in, long stretch out, band going across, long stretch in, long stretch out, band going across, and you're going to do that the entire way down the loom. Now, when you get to this part, you've done your long stretch in, long stretch out, band going across, long stretch in. Now I don't have a long stretch out because it stops right here, so I'm going to do a short stretch and then a band going across, and that's how we're going to end that part. Sorry about that. I have no clue as to why it did that, but we're here, so that's all that matters. Okay, so now we're going to continue on with my same color that I'm going to use. I hope this turns out okay. I wasn't sure about doing it all blue or continue with the black, but since I've done black, I'm going to go ahead and go with blue this go round. Okay, we're going to do triangles all the way up the loom, just like this. And they connect. Okay, just like that, all the way down. Try to keep them from getting too jacked up, but it's not working. There. Yeah, go like that. Nope, I thought maybe I'd try doing a different way and it would work. Not so much. There we go. We're going to do triangles just like that the entire way down the loom. Okay, so now the next step, we're going to continue on. I'm still going with the same color. You can do whatever you want, but we need to put squares now. And they're going to look just like that. Okay, there's your lovely square, and then I'm going to add another square right there. And we are just going to keep connecting until, well, it drives me nuts when they're twisted like this. I just can't half stand it. But that's basically what we're going to be doing all the way down the loom. I'll show you a different way. So square, connect it square, connect it square. Another way I like to do it so that they don't get twisted is just go up with a single chain on the entire way down the loom and then come back and go just like this. Span them over, because I can do a single chain faster than I can make a square untwisted, and these stay perfect. So do your squares all the way to the end. So next step is we're ready to turn the loom around. finally. And we need to put a cap band on this peg and this peg. So I'm going to do a triple because these are the thin bands, so you can do either one. And then we're going to loom out the squares first. So I'm going to go in through this cap band, grab that one and bring it forward. Go in, grab the other half of that square and bring it forward, so then it looks like it's 2 single chains. So the next one is right here, so we're going to go in through here, grab it, bring it forward, bring it forward. And we're going to do this little number all the way up the loom, okay? Pretty simple. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to that. You've realized by now that you should use good quality stretchy bands for this because of how many pegs it's got to go over. Now where the next in line is the triangles. So basically we're always going to go in through this pin and this pin to grab them. So grab the point of the top of the triangle or whatever and bring it back to itself. And when you use the 600 count bands, you can see that I'm not struggling to get it over the pegs because they're super stretchy. Those in the silicone do wonderful. These are dual layer. Okay, so now the start of the next one is going to be right here on this side. So it's very simple. Probably would be a lot harder if you were using LEs, so I do not recommend LE. I'm not even sure my LE is going to work in these long stretches, but we'll wait till we get there to see. So that's what you're going to do the entire way up. So go ahead and finish your triangles for me. So now what we're going to do, let's see here. I think we're going to start off by, okay. This band is the one that's, the long band is the one that's on top. So we're going to have to go in through here and find that band. And we're just going to bring it straight across just like that, okay? And now, I forgot you needed a cap band on here too. My cap band is on. It fell down up underneath those. Let me just get it off and show you again. Okay. And actually, let me put this back then, because then we're going to need a triple cap band right here. Okay, so we're going to go in through the cap band and grab that band and bring it over to the left. Okay. And then what we're going to need to do is all these zigzags going up is what we're going to be doing. This is a small stretch, so we're going to go in through here. And then we're just going to bring all these back to themselves. Just making sure you get the proper. Okay, we're just going to do this all the way down the loom, just for those little zigzags going up, okay? Do the same thing on this side. Oop, I got the wrong one. I need the small stretch and bring it over to the left. And now we're just going to do all of our zigzaggies all the way up the loom. Okay, so finish the zigzags all the way up the loom. Okay, now that we're done with that. Okay, now these long stretches going up. Okay, now if you remember, we took the one and we brought it to here. Okay, we're going to do it opposite each time. Since this one went from the right to the left, we're going to go into here and go from the left to the right. and then go up to the next one and go from the right to the left, and then into this one and go left to right, and we're just going to alternate it just like that all the way down. After that part is done, you remember the small X and then the large X, small X, large X, all the way down the loom, and I did it in 2 colors, which was black and the blue. Since the blue is on top, we're going to do that first, and all we're doing is looming it back to itself. Okay, all the way up the loom, just the blue ones. Okay, so do that all the way up the loom, and then come back and loop up all your black. Okay. Oops. Okay, so all your blue first, then come back and then do all your black. Okay, all that's left is the border, so we're just going to go in. This is why I'm not understanding why this band is there. I hate when I do that. I second guess myself. I should have left it off, but still put one across and then did these 2. Anywho, whatever. I'm just going to go out to the left, out to the right, and then just follow it up like a normal border, okay? Everyday border. And then just take it up to the top. Okay, I went all the way to the top, and there was a band in each one of those. I went in with my hook and grabbed one side and held it, and then grabbed the other side and then put them both on my hook. And then I'm just going to put that there. Now, question is, where's my other hook? Reach across the table. Okay, so that is it. And you can kind of look on the side to see if everything's been loomed, and it looks like it has. So, not that it's going to matter anyhow, but at least you'll know before you start taking it off whether to be disappointed or not. So anyhow, ready to take it off the loom, you're just going to take it off each individual peg. Okay. That's what I'm going to do all the way down. I'm not going to try to rip it off. I just do not like ripping. I've been broken so many bands doing it that way. At the beginning when I first started looming, that's what everybody was doing, but then we got into these hard designs. See that band? That's why I don't like putting the band right here, but it's okay because you know what? I'll loop it like that and hook it. No big deal. Okay, I'm going to take mine off, see what it looks like, and I'll meet you back. Took it off the loom. And there's the design. Got a lot of bands to fix. But I like to stretch it out real good because it's kind of thick, but that way things pop into place. And then stretch it out this way. I'm going to fix a lot of my bands. I'm probably going to drive myself insane trying to fix these bands. But as you can see, it shrunk a lot. So it's not going to quite be a full wrap. I'm just off by just a small little bit. So put an extension or a button lock closure by Nick Saley 22, also found on my YouTube channel. And that will just change it up a bit, or the shoestring lock, however you want to do it. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to fix all my bands on this and see what it comes up with, what it looks like. Fix all my beads in my border, and then I'll come back and show you what I got. So this is my Sapphire Web bracelet. This is one done in opaques with black and the, I don't know if that's, I think that's navy blue. And yeah, so I kind of like it done in the blacks, but I wanted to do something different and try it in the blue with the black. So anyhow, it's all good, all very, very nice. So just be aware that you are going to need good quality stretchy bands, obviously, for this. It is a thick design. It tends to shrink a lot. So if you want a full wrap, I would definitely go 2.5 loom lengths, if not 3. Probably 2.5 though, because all you lack is just a little bit. So yeah, you need just a little bit to go to there. And so if you do 2.5 loom lengths, you'll be good to go. Or just like I said before, put a button lock closure or add a small extension to it. So this is the Sapphire Web design and that I made 50 weeks ago, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you decide to make one. It's kind of a thick design. That's the back. I didn't straighten any bands back there. So if you decide to make one, please tag and hashtag your renditions to me, Artisan Loom. Okay, there you go. Until next tutorial, take care. Bye.